Beyonce for sure. I love her. I love Beyonce. Jay-Z too, I really admire the both of them.
Genius.
Beyonce.
Gorgeous. A stab to my self-esteem.
In 2016, Rihanna's most intimate project was ripped from her hands, and whispers pointed to her fiercest rival as the possible culprit. That year didn't just shake pop music, it cracked its foundation. Just days before its official release, ANTI mysteriously leaked on Tidal, the streaming giant helmed by Jay-Z. The rollout spiraled into chaos, with Rihanna taking to social media to vent her fury, calling the whole ordeal a nightmare. Behind the scenes, her team scrambled for damage control, while the Navy, her loyal fanbase, launched an all-out online offensive before the dust had a chance to settle. Beyonce emerged from the shadows with Lemonade, an audiovisual spectacle.
That's the problem that I have with this whole situation. But I am going to save this conversation for Jay-Z. Jay-Z, you're watching. I know you're watching, but you got people calling me. Stop having people call me. You can call me yourself. You know how to get my number. You know you got people calling me. Call me yourself, because this right here is going to go viral. The way my job works on the internet, everybody's going to be clipping, sharing on TikTok. Watch this.
That redefined her public persona and steamrolled every conversation in its path. The release came just weeks after Antis unraveling, and the timing was far from subtle. While Rihanna was still patching the wounds of a ruined launch, Beyonce soaked up the spotlight, leaving ANTI and its controversy in the cultural rearview, and that's when the quiet suspicions exploded into full-throated conspiracy. Industry insiders began murmuring that Beyoncé's team had unusually deep access to Tidal's infrastructure, privileges that exceeded the norm for any artist. Tech-side sources even alleged that certain user permissions bordered on administrative, raising the question, was this just poor luck, or a calculated move that cleared the runway for Lemonade to dominate without competition? Rihanna's frustration was palpable. She didn't sugarcoat her disappointment, and insiders claimed her camp quietly blamed individuals within Tidal's inner workings. The problem? Tidal was run by Jay-Z, her former mentor and the husband of her rumored industry rival. The lines blurred between business, loyalty, and betrayal. What really happened remains a mystery. Was it a genuine technical mishap or something more orchestrated? Either way, the ripple effects were undeniable. The pop landscape shifted, and the seeds of distrust had been sown, but to truly grasp the gravity of this moment, you have to rewind 5 years earlier to a far more haunting chapter in Jay-Z's orbit in 2011.
So Jay-Z's also been linked or connected in doing business with him. Now Jay-Z has also been tied to Diddy through rumors and longtime allegations and conspiracies. We've all seen them online. Like the one that claims Jay-Z allegedly cheated on Beyonce with Kat.
A tragedy struck that would fuel speculation for years. Kathy White, a 28-year-old publicist with alleged close ties to Jay-Z, was found dead in her New York apartment just 48 hours after Beyonce revealed her pregnancy with Blue Ivy. Officially, the cause was listed as an aneurysm. But NYPD detectives reportedly described the circumstances as uncertain, and, more curiously, the toxicology reports seemingly vanished into thin air. Kathy wasn't a nameless figure. Rumors of a long-running affair between her and Jay-Z had dogged industry circles for years, tracing from LA nightclubs to Manhattan galas. In the weeks before her death, she had reportedly threatened to go public with details of their connection. According to sources close to her, she even made a direct call to Jay-Z, issuing an ultimatum. Just days before her sudden passing, the tabloids jumped on the story. Claudia Jordan, a TV host and friend of Kathy, went on record claiming that Jay-Z wanted her out of the picture. And then, almost overnight, Kathy White was gone, her voice silenced just as Beyoncé's pregnancy became the center of media attention. What began as gossip evolved into something more ominous. Forums buzzed. Industry events were filled with hushed speculation. Was Kathy planning to expose something? Was she blackmailing Jay-Z, or was it all blown out of proportion? The fact that the NYPD couldn't, or wouldn't, produce final reports only intensified suspicions. Kathy's friends mourned publicly, but in private, questions never stopped echoing. Jay-Z's camp never fully denied the connection, but they sidestepped it with vague dismissals, as if willing the story to disappear. Yet the timing, her threat, her death, and Beyoncé's rise into motherhood was impossible to ignore for those watching closely. In the end, there are no definitive answers, only shadows, whispers, and unanswered questions that trail behind two of the biggest names in music.
Think about this. Allegedly, Sean Carter is responsible for enacting Hype Williams to put Aaliyah on a faulty plane to move her out the way as punishment for rejecting him, and so he could level up Beyonce.